Telling us to have low expectations for a game that exceeded all expectations and set a new bar in gaming, narrative telling, and RPGs as a whole, it just doesn't make sense. If you don't know the story, Aspyr announced this thing a long time ago in 2020 when we were all like 6 years younger than we are right now. And once it got announced, the world didn't even care that COVID existed anymore. This was the new focus. And then it disappeared, faded away, like Qui-Gon Jinn in episode 1. But a couple years later, we heard a little bit of stuff that it got canceled. Oh no! And I cried. I may have cried. I don't know. But a lot of people cried, and there was a lot of opinions on Reddit. People wanted this game. I wanted this game. So what I did was I waited, because I couldn't really do much else about it. And once I waited, Saber Interactive putting it where it belonged, bringing this thing back into production. But then again, it was Saber Interactive, and Saber Interactive was scooping up like a bunch of production houses and like doing almost nothing with them. So I don't really know what the situation is. And now, finally, March 9th, 2026, just a few days before my birthday, we get a nice little announcement. KOTOR is back in the light, baby, and Saber Interactive is talking about it. So, let's see what they have to say together. I'm gonna read this with you right now on an article from it's called All Key Shop. And this article is by Daniel Burrows. So if this is a shit article, this is on you, bro. The road to the reimagined galaxy has been anything but a smooth hyperspace jump. Oh, that was clever, Daniel. Originally announced in 2021 by Aspyr Media, the project was later handed over to Saber Interactive following a disappointment. He air quoted that. No, he didn't air quote that. I'm air quoting that because you can't see me. Internal demo and corporate reconstructing. See, that was some scary stuff when that happened. A quote from Chief Officer at Saber Interactive, Tim Wiltitz. It's still in development, but that's all he can say. And they want to make sure when they do show it, it's something that people are actually going to be really excited about. This really small but brief update suggests that while the active development cycle is ongoing, Saber is keeping the project under a shroud of secrecy to avoid further hype-deflating delays. Now here's my thing. If it's going to be as good, or they're going to make it as good as we all hope it to be, why not blow it out of proportion and talk about it, like they did for Elden Ring, like they're doing from Crimson Desert? If the game's going to be that good, which it better be, then go ahead and start blowing it up. Start hyping it up. You can't overhype a game that's going to be as good as the hype, which is proven. Elden Ring. There are games that get overhyped, but when it comes to a game like this, if it's really getting made with the respect and quality it actually deserves, why not hype the fuck out of this game? Which makes me think, if you're not doing that right now, then are they kind of going by that mantra of under-promise, over-deliver? Because I don't really like that. Telling us to have low expectations for a game that exceeded all expectations and set a new bar in gaming, narrative telling, and RPGs as a whole, it just doesn't make sense. I don't agree with that. So just please, I just really hope that Mr. Willits is not doing that. The writer of this article, Daniel, went on to talk more about how the 5 years of uncertainty, why the silence, but no one really gives a fuck about that. We just want the game to come out. We want to see screenshots. We want to see something. Give us something. Please. Tim, I'm begging you here on behalf of everyone listening, which might only be 11 people, but hey, we matter. If you haven't checked out my podcast, go check it out. It's called The Hollywood Gamer. It's streaming everywhere you get your podcast. I bring on writers, directors, actors, developers, comedians, motion capture guys. It's the intersection where filmmaking meets gaming. If you gave a fuck about what I was saying, because I do this for me, I don't do this for money, hit that subscribe button, because it kind of does help me out a little bit. That's all I got for you, so don't do anything stupid while I'm gone.